All right, Evan, welcome back for another episode of Carnivore Trades. Today is Monday, October 25th, 2021. In the corner of my screen here, we've got Facebook. So that earnings report is on tap here. We'll check back in on that in a few minutes here. Market literally just closed, so it doesn't look like their earnings are out yet, but we'll come back to that in a little bit. Big story of the day, obviously Tesla here. So let's take a look here at the daily on Tesla. Up almost 13%, was up about 13% at one point. And this is just an absurd move here. Now really up almost 50% since the March low, which is incredible for a stock of this market cap. And speaking of Facebook, Tesla is now a larger market cap than Facebook. If we look right here on the SP 500, we see Tesla has now surpassed Facebook, over $1 trillion market cap. Well, Facebook is still just below $1 trillion here, and we'll see what happens with their earnings announcement. If they get reclaim $1 trillion, or if they fade. So we'll take a look at the daily. This is one of the FANG names I think has been having some trouble lately. Like the selling here has been a little bit more purposeful, it seems, as opposed to the little dip we had there in Microsoft. We had a dip in Google, we've had a dip in Apple, but nothing really major. But Facebook really has underperformed. Obviously, the probe going on with the whistleblower and all that stuff has really given the stock some negative news. But a lot of the news is already priced in. Someone always knows something beforehand. But we'll see what happens with their earnings. And you guys notice I've had Tesla on my screen here for quite some time now. On the intraday screen, I've been keeping a close eye on that, and I've been telling you guys to watch Tesla because Tesla will tell you where the market is going, and it's a good indicator for risk. And I mean, the gap up today is just ridiculous. I mean, we're very close to, $1 trillion market cap on Tesla. The next one to take over is Amazon. If at some point in the next, let's say, 6 months, Tesla continues to rally and it overtakes Amazon in market cap, just think about that. Think about the dynamic between the two companies, what they both stand for and what they both do. We're getting to the point of absurdity, and I think we were there a while ago, but it's just craziness, and that's what happens when you have all sorts of liquidity in the market. But that's the environment that we're in, and that's just what we have to trade. But Tesla having a huge day, to say the least. So let's go take a look at the rest of the market here. So really, Tesla really drove the market all day long. So S&P did finish up 0.5% for a new all-time closing high here. We're looking at the SPY. Really, Tesla was kind of the lone reason for it. I mean, if we look at NVIDIA had a nice day as well, up 2%. But outside of that, Microsoft was actually negative. Google basically flat. Apple flat to negative here. Let's take a look at Amazon. Amazon was down almost 0.5%. So FANG really taking a hit. And we saw the financials, down as well. And that was with the lower yield. So obviously giving tech a lift. But some of the big tech, FANG names didn't really do much outside of Tesla and really NVIDIA. Let's see Netflix. So Netflix did have a nice day as well. But tech kind of a mixed bag. We look at the semiconductors. Semiconductors, finished up 0.5%, but look at how they faded off the highs in the last couple of hours there. And that is with NVIDIA and AMD really holding up the semis. AMD finishing an all-time closing high. Now, they report earnings tomorrow. If there is going to be a sell the news one, I would bet my bag on AMD. It's already overbought and extended, which means that they have to absolutely knock it out of the park tomorrow in order for their earnings report to juice the stock. I mean, maybe they can get a short-term boost out of it. But if there was a sell the news candidate, maybe over the course of the next week or two, I'd have to say AMD is. Just look at the run up into their earnings announcement. And then we also have, I believe, Microsoft and Google tomorrow. So Microsoft, again, they're going to have to really knock it out of the park as well. Google is off the high, so this one may have some more upside in it in the near term. But these are the types of things you want to think about going into earnings here. The more overbought a stock is going into that, the harder it is for the stock to continue to rally after earnings, regardless of what the report dictates. So let's take a look at energy. So crude hit my upside target of 85 today, and look at how it pulled back nicely off of that level. So this could be a little bit of a short-term, I wouldn't say reversal, but maybe we get a little bit of backing and filling here on crude. Again, I've talked to you about this for a couple weeks now. Really, the upside target is $90. That's the real resistance area that I see for, maybe more of a longer, solid resistance zone. But 85 could hold up. There's nothing to say it can't. But, like I love this broadening pattern here, by the way, but 85, nice round number, went up there, kissed it today, and then pulling back. Now, Nat Gas, on the other hand, had a really monster day, up 13%, looking like Tesla today. So Natty finally getting a nice bounce, and you closed above this pivot high. So Nat Gas could have some more upside in it. I thought that it would get more of a weakened bounce, and we'd kind of come back down and, probably take this pivot out and make one little more leg lower. But it looks like Nat Gas may hold up here and may want to reattack those highs at about 650. But we'll just have to watch it. I mean, for all we know, it could reverse and just close negative tomorrow. We could have an engulfing reversal. But Nat Gas holding up really well. XLE, bit of a pause here. So kind of gapped up, and just this could be a bit of a start of maybe an island reversal. We do have Chevron and Exxon reporting on Friday. So that's going to really dictate what the energy stocks do moving forward. So again, could see the potential for some type of interim top, maybe just some backing and filling in energy in the near term here, as that tail candle on crude, that is a nice little reversal there. But again, I don't quite have a sell signal on it, so I'll put it that way. So maybe we see a little bit of backing and filling, some choppiness, but in any case, it's always tough earnings week to determine these things. But we do have Chevron and Exxon coming up on Friday. And of course, the yields did back off today. And again, that's giving tech a lift. Now, I do expect the yields to continue to pull back a little bit. If we look at this trend line here, again, I've been talking about this for the last week or so. We should back off of this, but I don't ultimately think it will be a buying opportunity to go short bonds, essentially. Then let's take a look at the dollar as well. So dollar, again, continuing to consolidate bullish here, dollar higher today, and we just want to look for this 20 moving average to slope up, and then I think the dollar will make another move here, but it still has a little bit of chop to do, in my opinion, before it makes another move higher. And then let's just go quickly over gold lastly here. So I get a lot of questions about gold. We did close above that red bar high from the 15th, so that is a very good sign for gold. Again, however, the level we want to watch here is 1811. If we can close above that by Friday, or excuse me, on Friday, essentially to close out the week, that would tell me that gold has a decent amount of upside in the near term and may have actually put in a serious bottom moving forward. But we'll have to see a little bit more. We'll just be patient with it. Silver also had a pretty nice day as well. Did not take out Friday's high, but again, it just needs to do a little bit more backing and filling, and I think silver can move higher here. I don't hate this pattern that it is starting to form here. So silver is starting to shape up nicely. Let's take a look again at Facebook here. So earnings are out. Let me just pull this up for you. Oh yeah, so earnings are out on Facebook, and the stock is getting juiced. Did drop all the way down to about 314 and change here, and now popping after hours. So I'm not sure what the numbers are, but it is at 335, 336 now after hours. Let's take a look at a daily. That would take you up to, well, almost up to this gap fill. So this would be your kind of gap fill area, about 339, 340. So yeah, Facebook looks like it is above $1 trillion market cap again, but right in this area, it's gonna, it's gonna go up and down between being $1 trillion and not $1 trillion in this range here. But so Facebook is out, and yeah, market liking it so far, but we'll see if it can hold those gains into tomorrow. Now up to 340, so nice move there on Facebook. But anyways, yeah, we'll just wrap it up here. We'll continue to keep an eye on that. After hours, I'll be updating you and so on and so forth on Twitter as I see things. But anyways, guys, take care. And yeah, I will talk to you tomorrow. Thanks.